Hey everyone, Sergio here with the Rideshare Guy. What do we say on Show Me the Money Club? Work smarter, not harder. If you aren't using the Solo app, which I have been for the past year and a half, you may be working a lot harder than you need to. Let's change that. Download the app, link your accounts where you can manage your income, track your expenses, as well as your taxes. Not only that, but you can plan by optimizing your time, make more money, and even guarantee your daily pay with guaranteed earnings. Download the Solo app today. Begin to work smarter, not harder. Link is in the description. Let's get back to it.
So this TOS thing that they pushed, right? So did you put the links into the thing, into the chat?
We don't worry, we have all that. So
Okay.
first we're going to go over the TOS breakdown, and then we're going to talk about the opting out, and all the opt-out information will be in the description as well too, and you will be able to figure that. So let's break this down first.
So I read the 5 pages. I mean, the most important part is in the second paragraph where it says driver affairs. However, please, before you put it in the chat, a lot of emails ask me, how do I opt out? All of it, the links, all you have to do is click on the link and then it'll just walk you right through. So it's in the show notes. Show notes meaning just go down when you're done with the show watching, go click on more. It'll say more and there'll be links there for you how to opt out, but we're going to show it to you anyway. So I had done an article like a year and a half ago because they changed the name to PAA. I called it alphabet soup. PAA is for Platform Access Agreement. They're constantly changing. FYI, people, I have a very, very distinct feeling that this came after, now you will have to opt out, after David Seligman was on 2 weeks ago. And that video got like almost 10,000 views so far. And it's a long video. It's like a 30-minute video. It was his interview video, okay? David Seligman, who was in the More Perfect Union video, who talked about vertical price fixing, algorithmic discrimination, all that good stuff for half an hour to you guys. This thing, Chris, showed up literally less than a week after that interview, okay? And so Uber says, I honestly, I think Uber is in a pickle here because they're trying to squirm somewhere. First of all, the most important part of this is where it says driver fares and gratuity. Uber enables you through the driver app to charge your ride. Okay, by the way, during that interview, I told David, I said, by the way, doesn't Uber say that the drivers are Uber's customer, the customer is driver's customer, or the rider is the driver's customer? He goes, yeah. Okay, so now Uber enables you through the driver app to change your riders, meaning charge riders a driver fare for each ride. Is that true, Chris? Can you charge a rider a fare?
I have not seen one where I'm able to charge it my fare that I want.
So it says the driver fare may be calculated using base amount and amounts that are based on the estimated or actual distance and or time of the ride. The driver fare may include additional fees or a portion thereof paid by a rider, such as a fee based on certain trip attributes, and the adjusted base marketplace factors such as supply and demand, which is about surge. Additionally, the driver fare does not include fees payable by riders directly to Uber. Those are the external fees or direct fees, as applicable, and does not include certain taxes and fees. Okay. On certain trips, when you receive a ride request, our platform may display a pre-trip driver fare. You accept this pre-trip driver fare by accepting the ride request. The pre-trip driver fare may be adjusted in certain circumstances, including, but not limited to, the mileage or duration of the trip, if the mileage and duration of the trip deviates from the estimated mileage or duration that was used to calculate the pre-trip driver fare. Uber, there is no rate card. There is no time and distance. What the F are you talking about? Are these people being serious here? Who wrote this? Like a third grade or like a law intern? Who wrote this garbage? First of all, we do not name the price of the trip, Uber. So this is, and I'm going to show you guys what I sent this to David. David read it. He goes, holy shit, really? I'm like, yeah, I don't know. So, and the other thing is, there is no time and distance. There's no rate card, Uber. What are you talking about? Or unless you're giving away that the algorithm is based on time and distance. Not all the 70 things, hocus pocus things that you tell us constantly. Oh, there's like 80 different things in there. Maybe it's not as complicated, Chris. Different than the toll surcharges, blah, blah, blah. The driver fare is a recommended amount. You shall always have the right to charge a driver fare that is less than the pre-trip driver fare. What are they talking about?
What about more?
What are they talking about? I know, but what are they even talking about? They're talking about me negotiating the fare down with my rider. Is this happening anywhere, people? Is this? No, Tony was drunk with Kamala. That's when he wrote this. Is this really applicable to any Uber driver in the country at the moment? Can we set our own fare? Can we adjust the fare? Screw up, down. Can we do any of this? Uber, what is this? This did nothing but put me in trouble because I got 500 emails saying, Serge, there is a new addendum. I'm like, I read it. I read it again. This does not make any sense. This doesn't even sound like rideshare to me, but whatever. It says, the pre-trip driver fare negotiate at your request. Are you serious, Uber? A driver fare that is lower than the pre-trip driver fare, lower. We can only lower it because that avoids vertical price fixing. We can't go higher, but we go lower. Okay. A negotiated driver fare. Absent a request for a negotiated driver fare, the driver fare recommended by Uber shall be the amount. So, on the next trip, Uber, upfront, I'm going to take it. Then the rider is going to walk in my car. I'm going to say, my good morning, sir or madam. Good evening. How are you? Blah, blah, blah. I'm going to present this. I go, look, Uber is allowing me to negotiate this fare with you once you get in my car, because this is the latest terms of service I have from my boss, Uber. So this trip, instead of $7 for 18 miles, is going to cost you $23 for 18 miles. What do you think will happen to me, Chris, if I did that? Negotiated a price with the rider after they get in my car.
Good luck.
That's a good one. Okay, so there you go. This is the biggest bull crap I have ever seen. Wasted my hours reading it twice. Yes, please do, Lelius. I'm going to hand out coupons.
Would you like my ChatGPT breakdown?
Yes, let's go.
All right, so I copied and pasted the whole thing into it, and I said, put this in layman's terms. So it says, in simple terms, this agreement says who you're dealing with. You, as a driver, have entered into a contract with Uber or its regional entities, depending on where you're driving. Example, Uber Technologies in California, Razor PA in Pennsylvania. What you're agreeing to, this document is an add-on to your main contract with Uber, specifically covering how fares and payments work. By accepting, you agree to the updated terms. If you don't, the previous terms stay in place. But they don't allow you not to opt in. Either way, opt out. 3, driver fares. The fare you charge riders is suggested by Uber and can include things like wait time fees, distance, and trip duration. This suggested fare can change based on demand or other factors. You can also choose to charge less if you want. Pre-trip fare estimates. Sometimes Uber will show you an estimated fare before the trip. This estimate can be adjusted if things change during the ride, like if the ride takes longer or toll is different. Gratuity and tips. Riders can tip you if they want, but it's not guaranteed. Uber won't take a cut of your tips. Your earnings include the fare, any tips, tolls, taxes, and other fees you're entitled to. Uber will deduct its service fee before paying you. Uber service fee. Uber charges you a service fee for using its platform. The amount you pay to Uber is based on what's left after the fare, tips, tolls, and other applicable fees. Shared rides. for rides where you pick up multiple passengers, like UberX Share, Uber charges you a separate service fee for each rider. Uber as your agent. Uber handles payments on your behalf and will pay you at least once a week. You agree that Uber can charge the rider and the recommended fare as your agent. Disputes and adjustments. If you think there's been error in your payment, you can contact Uber to fix it, but you need to report it quickly. Taxes, you're responsible for paying taxes on your income, but Uber might collect certain taxes from the fare and send them directly to tax authorities if needed.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the entire breakdown from.
So Lelius actually ran it, like compared the old addendum, which from 2022 to TOS to this one. He sent it to me. It was too long, but maybe next week, we'll put that up. It's a really good comparison actually between, the ChatGPT did a good comparison. But I want to end this with this paragraph. So whatever crack you guys are smoking up there, or whoever law firm you wrote this keep smoking. It ain't happening. In the event of a ride where the driver fare is greater than the rider fare, excluding gratuity, direct fees, applicable estimated taxes, tolls and surcharges, fees retained by us, and other payments to you included per trip receipt, no service fee will be charged. Those are the ones that Uber takes a loss, right? So it says, in consideration for using shared ride options, blah, blah, blah. So my point in all of this is, if you guys can, seriously, I'm in LA, I got this is mine, but I got this from all over the country, from multiple cities, right? And they're all go like, what is this? I'm like, I don't know, I'm just gonna look at it. And obviously I had to sign it before I could log on, right? That's another pain in the butt situation. And long story short, I was like kind of flabbergasted with that it will clearly, right here, first paragraph, where it says driver fares and gratuity, Uber enables us, the drivers, through the driver app to charge your riders a driver fare for each ride. Just that sentence right there. Uber, we don't charge anybody shit. You decide. It's a two-sided marketplace. You decide the rider fare, you decide the driver fare. You decide what you're going to charge them, and you decide what you're going to pay us. This is the biggest hocus pocus I have ever seen. So everybody take multiple shots on this one. And we're going to continue with this. And then I want to finish with, okay, this is the opt-out information. The links are below. You have to, there is one that's really, really good by Drivers United. Seriously, all you have to do is put your name and then it automatically send it out to you. Another one is optout-portier@uber.com. And you have to fill out an email. It's going to be your name, your phone associated with your Uber account, your email address associated with the Uber account, your actual address, and your signature, and email that as well. So if you do it both times in both places, one of them will get there. Because Uber has a tendency of losing your opt-out agreement, okay? There'll be a class action. You go like, I should be part of the class. And it goes like, Uber, you never sent us an opt-out. So do it. That's that. So then I sent it to David, who was on the show, David Seligman. He's an attorney. So he goes like, thanks, Sergio. This is so weird. They're clearly trying to deal with the vertical price fixing, but I have no idea how this actually works in practice. David, it doesn't work. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist to work. And without knowing that, it's hard to say if it does anything to change the legal analysis. Have you heard from drivers that this negotiated fare is and how it works? Was this to everyone as far as I know? As far as I know, yeah, it was to everyone. I got multiples of them. So David goes, I don't think it's going to change the legality, but he was like flabbergasted himself. He goes like, how's this going to change vertical price fixing? I talked to him in person. He goes, maybe it's because they're telling you that you can only lower the fare, but not increase the fare when you're negotiating with your rider. In what world? Anyway, Uber, stop smoking crack, man. It's just not good, just stop it. But anyway, so this is what's happening. So you guys have the 411 on this. There you go.
Yep. So that's the fair addendum when it comes down to it.
There you go.
But Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, and I just want the little button that says agree or disagree, so I can hit disagree. Why does it have to be jumping through hoops, running through fire, and everything else just to figure this stuff out? So it's a pain in the ass, but we'll make sure we break it down.
Well, yeah, we did break it down, but I'm really flabbergasted who wrote this and pushed it out.
There you go. DeVoe's got the answer.
ChatGPT would do a better job. ChatGPT would definitely do a better job. This was whoever wrote that. They watched the show. I know they watch the show every goddamn time. They have like a department. They watch. They take screenshots and shit. They go, oh, look at this. You should look into this. I'm like, whatever. Long story short, they watch and then they go, oh, the guy said vertical price fixing. The guy said 3-letter agency. Oh, we can't have that. Let's just send it in. I'm like, bro, this doesn't even make sense. I mean, can you guys do this? Can you guys negotiate with your writers? I don't think so.
The only time I remember being able to negotiate would be during Prop 22 AB5 debacle in California, where California drivers could raise the rates up to 5x of what the standard fare would have been, and down, I think, to 0.8 or something. So you could go lower, but you also could go 5 times higher. So if a $5 ride, you could make $25 on that $5 ride.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this was like I've seen plenty addendums in my time in 8 years. This was the one that was like shocking to me. I go like, really? I can negotiate my fare? Since when?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I didn't know that. I'd like to know.
And then the rider will complain, I'll get deactivated now. Because like, your driver was negotiating the fare with me. I thought it was set. I thought it was like upfront. I'm like, yeah, but look, Uber says I can negotiate with you. Yeah, Uber.
Yeah,
I'm sure. Yeah, let's talk about it. Anyway. So
but Sergio, you're already taking a $3 fare or a $2.62 fare. That seems like the passenger paid just too much. So why don't you negotiate it down to an even $1.50?
Yeah, I think so. give the rider a break. Yeah.
Please. Yeah. God damn. All right. Well,
yeah. Anyway, so opt out is in the show notes. Please go check it out. Please don't send me emails anymore about this, about how to opt out, how to do this. Just it's there. Everything is there. Yep. The only thing you have to do is fill it out. That's all you have to do.
All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.